Are you looking for the best point-and-shoot cameras? In this video we will look at some of the best point-and-shoot cameras on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Kodak Ektar H35. Film photography is enjoying another renaissance, with a new generation of creators looking to film chemistry as a welcome alternative to digital capture. The Kodak Ektar H35 is an all-plastic film camera, even the lens is plastic, that comes with an aggressive $50 sticker price. The H35's neatest trick is its half-frame capture. You get 72 shots on a roll of film, not 36, a good thing when a roll of film costs as much as a takeout lunch. The H35 is a good fit for anyone who wants to try taking some film photos but doesn't want to deal with shopping for a used film SLR or rangefinder. The ease of one-button operation makes it possible for anyone to get quality snapshots, and there's some charm to the images you get from a plastic lens. Number 2. Ricoh GR IIIx. The Ricoh GR IIIx puts a lot of camera into a pocketable design. First off, there's the 24MP sensor with sensor shift stabilization and the same APS-C dimensions as you find in swappable lens cameras. The lens is a wide standard 40mm f/2.8 with a macro mode and responsive phase detection autofocus. If you prefer a wider view, Ricoh also makes the GR3, which is the same camera just with a wider 28mm lens. The Ricoh GR series enjoys a bit of cult status among photo nerds. Pros and artists who don't always want to carry a big camera and aren't satisfied using a phone should enjoy it in particular. It's a small camera but has smart on-body controls and picture quality that goes toe-to-toe with swappable lens models. Number 3. Canon PowerShot G7. The Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III is just about as good a camera as you can find for the price. The combination of its Type 1 sensor and bright 24-100mm f/1.8-2.8 zoom lens can produce excellent photos in dim light, as well as draw soft, defocused backgrounds without the need for computational assists. A tilting touch screen serves as your viewfinder. Finally, the G7 supports live streaming and 4K video, too. The G7X Mark III is a good match for creators who want a small, pocketable camera with some zoom power. Its controls should satisfy both beginners who rely on auto mode and pros who want manual flexibility. The only thing missing is an eye-level viewfinder. You should spend more on a Sony RX100 series camera if that's a must-have feature. Number 4. Fujifilm Instax Mini Evo. The Fujifilm Instax Mini Evo is a clever mashup of digital and analog photography. The camera snaps basic quality digital shots with its 5MP sensor, plus has loads of in-camera creative filters so you can experiment and get creative. A built-in printer lets you make Instax Mini film photos from any photo you snap with the Evo, a feature that should be a hit with creatives and partygoers. No one will confuse the Instax Mini Evo for a pro camera, and serious photographers might struggle with its simplistic controls and dull LCD panel. However, if you're open to having some fun with photography, trying different filters, and making prints on demand, the Evo serves as a charming digital instant camera and a conversation starter at family gatherings. Number 5. Panasonic Lumix DC LX102. The Panasonic LX102 is an example of a small camera with an oversized micro four thirds image sensor. It sports a useful, but fixed, 24-75mm f/1.7-2.8 lens and discrete dials to set shutter speed, aperture, and EV that should please fans of retro controls. This camera should satisfy photographers who desire a small, fixed lens camera but don't want to give up too much to get it. The sensor and lens work together to nab good photos in both bright and dim light, while the tactile controls make it feel more like a proper camera than the smartphones most of us use for snapshots. Number 6. Panasonic Lumix DC ZS200. The Panasonic Lumix DC ZS200 has the longest zoom lens in a pocketable Type 1 sensor camera. The 15x lens, 24-360mm f/3.3-6.4, is good for landscapes and travel, plus is especially advantageous for trips to the zoo or a national park. Its eye-level viewfinder is not as large as the one in the Sony RX107, $1,300, but the ZS200's $800 asking price is a lot easier to stomach. This is a good camera for creators who care more about zoom power than low-light capture. It has the most zoom power of any Type 1 compact, so you can manage wide-angle views and zoom in to capture far-off subjects. If you want an RX107 but can't handle the price, the ZS200 might be the one for you. Number 7. Sony ZV-1. Creators who prefer making videos to taking photos need to look for a slightly different set of features than many of the other options on this list offer. The Sony ZV-1 puts its video foot forward. It uses the same 24-70mm f/1.8-2.8 zoom and Type 1 sensor as the RX100 VA, but drops the pop-up viewfinder in favor of a high-quality stereo microphone. The screen design is also a boost for video. It swings out to the side and faces forward, so you can monitor the frame whenever you present material to the camera. Sony says the ZV series name directly references its target market, Gen Z vloggers. We won't pigeonhole video creators by age group, but the ZV-1 is a camera to get if you care more about video and less about stills. It goes as far as to include some special focus and exposure modes for vloggers who review products while they are in the frame. As one example, the ZV-1 automatically adjusts the exposure to keep your face properly bright if it falls into shadow during a recording.